What's up people, it's Leah and welcome to another cosplay tutorial video. This week I thought I would just do a basic tutorial, so it's not specific to any character. I had this big piece of black fabric that somebody had gifted to me. They were gonna throw it away and I said, I'll take that. That's a really nice piece of black fabric. I did not want to see it going to waste, and I knew that one day I would come up with something to do with it. But I sort of always landed on the same idea, which was that I wanted to make this into a circle cloak, sort of like a mid-length one, because I thought it would be versatile, something I could wear to the Renaissance fair, something I could use for an easy cosplay. But I haven't really decided 100% what cosplay I want to use this for. So let's get into the tutorial and maybe y'all will have some answers for me as far as what cosplay you think that this would be cool with. So if you have any ideas, please comment down below and let's get into the tutorial. So as I said, I was making a circle cloak. I have this big piece of black fabric. It's super shiny on one side and it's very matte on the other side. So when I'm finished with this cloak, I actually want the matte side to be on the outside. I think that the shiny side feels a little bit like lingerie, too sexy for me. I want something a little bit more neutral. So the shiny side will be inside and the matte side will be outside. So while you're working with fabrics and you're sewing specifically, a lot of the time you're compiling these things inside out. So for majority of this tutorial, we are going to be working with the shiny side on the outside so that when we are finished, the shiny side will be on the inside, because you want all of your sewing, all of your seams, all of your messy work on the inside so that when you turn it outside, it's clean, it's neat, and it looks good. Of course, as always, I start with the materials that I'll need. We have, of course, the black fabric, a tape measure, scissors, some sewing pins, some sewing clips, and chalk. The chalk we're going to use to mark our fabric before we cut it. So step one, I folded the fabric in half. So now that I have the fabric folded in half, we are going to make our lines for the neck hole and the bottom of the cloak. Where the seam is actually gonna run along the back of my body. We are not gonna have any sewing to do in that particular part. Actually, there's only two major sewing portions of this, and it's honestly super easy. I didn't really have a choice in the matter in terms of the fabric that I used, just because this was something that somebody gave to me. But I recommend, if you are a beginner to sewing, that you pick a fabric that doesn't fray. This fabric frays a little bit, so I am going to have to finish the edges. But if you buy a fabric that does not fray, you won't have to finish the edges, and as long as you cut a straight line, it'll look neat and clean. So for the neck hole, I am measuring 6.5 inches in circumference. I am sort of using a trick where I am pinning the tape measure to the top of the fabric and then just sort of semi-circling around to get that clean line. And we're going to do the same thing for the bottom half of the fabric. On the bottom half of the fabric, I measured 34 inches, which was a measurement from my collarbone to around my waist area, which is where I want the cloak to fall. This fabric is very, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but it really rubs against each other and it doesn't sit very nicely and easily. So this probably isn't gonna be the most even cut that I've ever done, but I'm going to try my best. This is not an easy fabric to work with. It's like silky and smooth. It runs through your fingers really easily. So it does not sit on top of itself very nicely. But we got the cut done. I think it looks decent. And let's get that cut on the bottom of the fabric. Again, not really staying together nicely, but luckily a piece of fabric like this in a project like this that is so flowy and just sort of hangs over your body, any sort of mistakes you make, people are not going to be able to see them. I did put some clips in place here because I thought it would help the fabric, but I don't really know if it was doing too much. And let's check the progress so far. Cloak is looking good. It's a good length. I'm very, very happy with this. All right, let's put that piece of fabric aside for now. We are going to take the rest of the fabric, the excess that we just cut off, and we are going to draw the hood. I accidentally did this part and I did not press record, so here is the hood already cut out. Let me explain it to you. The piece where I am clipping right now is going to be the seam that we're going to have to sew. That's going to be running from the top of my head down the back and then connecting to the body of the cloak. That's going to be one of our 2 sewing lines. Now this line across, that's where the hood is going to be sewed onto the body of the cloak. I measured that 13 inches across. Since the neck hole that we did was 6.5 inches, that times 2 is 13, so this should be enough fabric to get all the way around the neck of the cloak. And then this piece here is going to be the open part in the front where your head fits through. Now for drawing the shape of the hood, I chose a more rounded shape, but you could also do something a little bit pointier. I made the hood 22 inches in height, just to make sure we've got a nice big flowy hood and a lot of room. All right, let's get to sewing. We are going to sew as close to the edge as possible. I'm not very good at sewing myself, so sometimes I get off track, especially when I'm working with difficult fabric, but I did a decent job at this. If your lines ever do get a little wonky, like in this instance, I didn't follow along the outside very well. I started sort of veering into the center, but I knew that I made the hood extra big, so I wasn't too worried about it. I just sort of went with the flow. When I'm dealing with difficult fabric like this one, I don't always sew to the best of my ability, and my ability isn't that great to begin with. So I'm just gonna go through and cut off any of the excess. And now I'm gonna get my dress form for this next part. Now I'm going to clip the hood onto the body of the cloak. And remember, we are still working with the shiny side on the outside because when we're finished, the shiny side is going to go on the inside. So I'm just clipping the ends of the hood to the ends of the cloak, going all the way around. I did actually end up making the hood a little bit too big, so it didn't line up perfectly with the ends of the cloak, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave it for now. I could use that later to add a clasp, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to make the excess even on both sides. And now let's sew it in. I definitely did a lot better sewing this line than I did with the previous line making the hood. And honestly, if you have a good fabric that doesn't fray, you could totally stop here. My fabric does fray just a little bit, so I'm going to do an extra step, which is a modified version of serging. Serging is a stitch, I guess, that you would use with a type of sewing machine called a serger. I'm sure you see it on your clothes all the time, where there's sort of like a triangle stitch along the outside that just keeps the edges together and keeps it from fraying. I don't have a serger. I am using a Singer Fashion Mate sewing machine, but there is a stitch on this sewing machine that can emulate what a serger does. So I'm going to do that along the inside of the hood and around the neckline as well. I don't know what the stitch is called, but I will insert a picture of it right here so you know what it looks like. All right, now let's see the finished product. This is a very simplified version of what this tutorial could be, but as I said, I'm still not sure what cosplay I want to use this for, but I could see myself adding a trim around the edges, of course adding a clasp, but these are all decorative pieces and it would be difficult for me to choose the design without knowing what cosplay it will go with. So I'm still brainstorming that. Again, let me know if you have any ideas and I can show off a full cosplay tutorial using this cloak. But I know for sure I could use it in some Renaissance fair outfit, maybe even a Sith Lord from Star Wars. I'm curious to know what y'all think. And thank you so much for coming to another tutorial. It's very simple, something that you could easily do yourself and can work for a lot of different costumes and cosplay. So it is a good staple item to have in your costume closet. I already have a brown robe, so now I have a black one to add to it. If you're enjoying this content, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. It helps me reach new people so that we can grow our community and share our love of cosplay, horror, music, and everything that we get to see on this channel. And once again, I'm Leah, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 난 겨울. Yeah, got you covered. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 게 chill there.